So make yourself comfortable sitting, whether it's on the floor or in a chair. Just coming into this moment, into the experience of your body, into the experience of your thinking. Feeling the weight of your feet. Feeling the weight of your bottom being supported by the floor, your chair. Feeling some support behind your back, under your hands or arms. And just think for a moment, what is in the way of this being a perfect moment? What gets in the way of being completely satisfied right here, right now? And there might be some thoughts that you think of about family or worries or money or pain. Just begin to notice what gets in the way of you being completely satisfied right now. And then pick just one of those things. And as you think about that thought, that issue, that experience that gets in the way of being completely content with this moment, see if you can experience what it feels like in your body. So for me, I might say, what gets in the way is I have piles of emails to go through, and I'm not sure if I've missed anything important. And I feel something that I call anxiety, and what I actually feel is a tightening in my chest. So see if you can feel what's the physical experience in your body, and usually it's maybe in your throat or your chest or your belly. What's that physical sensation attached with the thought of the thing that gets in your way of being completely satisfied right here in this moment? And see if you can just allow the experience of it without having to fix it or change it or make it wrong. Just feel how your body receives that thinking. And then imagine that you could just take it and hold it in your hands, and just for a moment, just set it outside of your body. For right now, I'm going to set that worry over here. See if you can set it aside and feel if that lightens up the sensation in your body to temporarily set it aside. Let it know you're not abandoning it or dismissing it, that it can continue to be a part of your experience, but for a moment, you're just setting it aside. And then ask yourself again, what else gets in my way of being completely content and satisfied in this moment? And see what's the next thing that shows up. You might have a long list. What's the next thing? And how does your body respond to the thinking of that issue? Feel the sensation it evokes in your body. Allow yourself to just be with that sensation. And then see if you can just take it as if in your hands, and you might even make the physical gesture of inviting it out of your body, taking it with your hands and just setting it to the side. So sometimes it helps to actually make that physical movement. And see if you can just set it aside temporarily for the moment. And then see if some of that sensation related to that concern abates a bit. Notice if a sense of spaciousness is becoming available inside of you. And then again, what's in the way of my experience right now in this moment of being completely satisfied? What shows up? What's interfering with me accepting and allowing this now moment? Again, just noticing what shows up. So many of these things that our thinking ruminates on throughout the day, the commentaries in our mind, that kind of run the show and interfere with enjoying the poppies or the rain nourishing the earth or the smile of a friend. What's the next thing, and how do you experience it in your body? Usually there's a physical response to a mental thought. See if you can make that connection. See if you can allow some space for that to really be present in you. And then again, just see if it will allow you to set it aside for now. And if it helps to do the physical movement, you can do that. Or you can just imagine setting it aside. And just do this as many times as you need to. Really giving it time to first just allow it and experience it. Those things that get in the way of being here fully present, fully allowing, fully accepting, maybe even fully loving this moment. Feel its vibration and sensation in your being. And you might even notice that when you allow the sensation to be experienced, that maybe it's not as overwhelming or consuming as you might have thought. In doing these kinds of practices, I've realized that I can tolerate a lot more than I thought I could. And my thinking that I couldn't tolerate these sensations would cause me to do more, get busy, work more, get more done, kind of running from it or escaping it or hoping I could fix it. Instead of just experiencing, this is how my body feels when I think that thought. And if I really need a break, maybe I can just set that thought aside and just feel into the spaciousness of the moment. And sometimes I notice that even when I do these practices, I don't get that sense of spaciousness. So can I just be allowing of that, accepting of that this is what this now moment offers me. Some tightness or some twisting or some heart pounding. That's how the body's responding. Okay. Don't have to fight it. Don't have to resist it. Don't even have to not want it. So continue to see if there's anything left interfering with your experience of this moment, of this breath, and of this breath. Seeing if you can set it aside. Allowing yourself to be completely available to experience what it's like to be present without resistance, without needing to fix or change or heal or learn more or know more or be more. Just to be. Breathing into the spaciousness that's available. Begin to imagine that you're looking around at each of these issues or thoughts that you've set outside of yourself, just recognizing them for what they are. Just thoughts. Thoughts that evoke emotions. Emotions that evoke sensations. And then kindly and gently just bring each of them back into you, so you're not abandoning any part of yourself that may seem useful or valuable for some reason. For some reason, the psyche, the mind, the brain thinks these are important things for you to keep track of. So just lightly bring them back into your experience and see if there's more space available for them now. More tolerance, more acceptance, more allowing. Maybe a little less believing. Because ultimately they're just thoughts, right? Just notice your sensations as you bring them back in. One at a time. And when they're all back, just lightly place your hands over your chest or your belly or wherever most of the sensation is. Maybe your throat. And just send yourself some kind, loving, supportive energy. Thank your body for responding. Thank yourself for being here. And when you're ready, just begin to bring yourself back into the room. Sense the space of the room. Your feet on the floor and your bottom on the floor in your chair. The sounds of the fan and the cars driving by. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes.